What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at RussoLifts. Just in case something happens to this YouTube channel, you can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there. What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be my first impressions of RAD140. So I just released the before video. I was right after my 6-hour flight, holding more water than usual. The bloat lord was out and about training back in that video, so be sure to check that out. I will put a card up here that can take you to that video in the top corner. But I did not have time in that video because it was more daily vlogging style. Me and Dante are trying to work on our natural bullshitting on camera. So I normally voice over what I think of RAD140, but I decided to just do a separate video. So just, FYI, I have a week and 2 days of experience with RAD140. And this week is when I'm actually tapering up the dosage, getting used to like what a bodybuilding dosage would be, right? When I did it in Tacoma, Washington, when I did the Jack West and John collab, I was just slowly adding it in there. I wasn't doing anything crazy because my diet wasn't on point there. My hydration wasn't on point there. And, I just wanted a little bit of a harder look, and I was going to get crazy with it when I returned to Pittsburgh. So this week I will have much more experience with it, but I did want to weigh in what I thought about it compared to RAD140, because I already made another video on RAD140, TLB 150, and there's very limited data out on it, but I'll link that video above too. But basically, from my limited digging around, it's RAD140 that's just stronger. They went back to the drawing board, and it's actually named TLB 150, not RAD150, but of course all the companies are going to coin it RAD150 because RAD140 has such a name behind it, a stigma behind it of being like probably one of the top 3 most popular Sarms in the world. So you got MK2866 Austrian, you got LGD4033, and then you got RAD140 being the most well-known Sarm. So they're obviously going to make RAD150 the new and improved. So let me give you the rundown. So basically, it's not hair safe at all. You can see in that vlog that my hair looks very malnourished, like it's suffering. And yeah, I was having excess shedding while in Tacoma, as well as I'm tapering it up now and I'm having more hair shedding. So if you're looking for a hair safe compound, RAD140 or RAD150 is not your go-to, right? So hair shedding right off the bat. You also saw in the vlog I posted yesterday, the workout vlog, that I did not do well mixing with stim pre-workout, right? My blood pressure was really high after the workout, and you need to take into consideration if you have very bad blood pressure to start off with. RAD150 is going to boost it up by 10, 20, possibly 30 points depending on how you dose it. So not very good as far as blood pressure wise, right? There's other SARMs like S4, Austrian, the milder SARMs, which have virtually zero impact on my blood pressure. RAD140 and RAD150, not the case, right? It directly impacts blood pressure. So those are the 2 main side effects off the bat. The next one I wanted to go into as far as side effects is I had a lot of Rad Acne, which has seemed to mostly go away, but I got a bunch of red dots, like random little acne, which I normally get with RAD140. Same thing with RAD150. So that's to take into consideration. My skin is prone to DHT-based androgenic acne, so that could simply be my 300, 350 test base a week, having too much testosterone, and then the RAD occupying the androgen receptors over the testosterone, which causes more free testosterone because they're not binding to the AR, which could cause more estrogen and DHT conversion, or the RAD150 could directly cause the acne from just the hormone balance in general. So right off the bat, it impacted my skin, impacted my hair, and it impacted my blood pressure. This is a SARM that is more comparable to real gear as far as side effects are concerned. So normally with SARMs, right, you think like, oh, it's less power, but it's less side effects. RAD150, 100% up there in the side effects category. And the internal side effects that I noted and documented and, got tons of blood work reports about as far as RAD140 goes is it skews cholesterol very hard, right? So it's going to drop your HDL, raise your LDL. So this isn't the most mild compound. Now let's go into, the benefits, why people, biohackers, want to be playing around with it. And RAD150 compared to RAD140, the evidence and my experience with it right now, my limited time tapering around, my 2 cents is that it builds up in your system much higher to a point where RAD140 impacted my sleep schedule. RAD150 certainly can cause insomnia as well. So if you have trouble sleeping, RAD150 and RAD140 kind of remind me a tren feel. So tren stimulates the central nervous system, which is why you get so strong on tren, because your central nervous system is overstimulated all day when you're utilizing tren. That's kind of the same feeling I have with RAD140 and RAD150. My central nervous system feels like it's firing way more. My muscles are firing way faster, so I have, less latency when it comes to, my fast twitch muscle firings, which is great for sports, right? Any sports with reaction time, it's going to speed up your reaction time 100% for sure. The other weird thing about RAD140, which I'm going to throw up the study, which is neuroprotective. So RAD140 is known to protect the brain, aka make you smarter. And I always get like a weird sort of euphoria with RAD140 as far as mentally, right? Mentally, it feels like I can analyze better. I have less brain fog with RAD140. Same feeling for RAD150. The thing that really separates RAD140 versus RAD150 is I remember the dosages of RAD140 I normally play around with, and I'm taking less than half that of RAD150, and I'm feeling like I'm blasting RAD140. So this week into next week, but I'm probably going to wrap this experiment up by the end of this week. I'm going to be mega dosing it, which will put me at a significant higher dosage than any of the RAD140 high dosage experiments I ever done. But that's really how I would compare it right now directly from just me playing around with it, is that less RAD150 equals more RAD140, right? So lower milligram account of RAD150 is going to equal a higher milligram count of RAD140. And like I touched on, I have this mental euphoria. I can focus better, less brain fog. Obviously, it's impacting my sleep because of insomnia. But that's the note. The look I'm getting from RAD150, which isn't really showcased at all in the first video because I'm bloated, water retention, plane flight, wasn't eating right. All the excuses in the book. But it's a hard, dense look. It's leaning me out. It's speeding up my metabolism. But it's not really causing extreme muscle fullness and density like nitrogen retention look. It's not doing any of that whatsoever. It's just like sucking me in, making me leaner, dense, hard muscles, right? My muscles are denser. They feel like harder, like as a hardener, but I'm not getting like a freaky nitrogen retention look. I'm not popping per se. So RAD140 is so popular with powerlifting because powerlifters normally stay within a weight class. So if they were to go the enhanced powerlifting route, right, most of them don't want to be using compounds that, jump their weight up. RAD140 doesn't jump my weight up. RAD150 doesn't jump my weight up. It just increases muscle density, hardness, and strength, as well as endurance, right? And my muscles fire faster with it. So a lot of perks. The last side effect, Ryan, how bad is the aggression? Well, Dante's behind the camera, and he can confirm that I have been extremely snappy pretty much the entire time playing around with RAD150, as well as my girlfriend. I let them both know that I was playing around with Rad because Rad is one of those ones that impacts my anger badly, but it is 100% rage in a bottle. And if you mentally are not up for that, you're not in a good state, I obviously won't add RAD in. And if you do want to continue, despite me giving you all these side effects, just note that you will have to be controlling that aggression. For me, it's like I'm bipolar, so even before I even touched any gear, right, I had to regulate my anger. So it's a lot different for me than someone who's never had to control bipolarism their whole life. Try and control rad rage, but yeah, I've been super snappy, zero tolerance for bullshit, and it brings out my bipolar alter ego much faster than not utilizing it. And compared to other androgens such as ostrine, such as testosterone, they don't impact my mood in a negative way at all. Testosterone doesn't impact me in any sort of angry fashion, right? You know, Trenbolone, RAD140, RAD150, S23, these compounds are much more androgenic and they seem to impact my mood horribly. Trenbolone making me more antisocial, this one making me just outright snappy, outright no tolerance for bullshit, outright like I'm gonna just blow my top off the littlest thing. So be on guard if you're going to play around with it. Be ready to catch yourself. You know, I was catching myself multiple times with these outbursts, but that is something, and pretty much the most significant side effect that you will notice, you know, not internal side effect, but the side effect that will be blatant the entire time. So is the anger any better with RAD150 versus RAD140? No. Nope, it's not. It honestly feels worse. Like I said, the lower milligram count is equaling a higher milligram count of RAD140 so far. And as I increase the dosage, it's only going to get worse. Yeah, the last thing I'll touch on is females in RAD140. So I know a lot of females, especially in figure, like to utilize RAD140 to, you know, harden up, lean out, dry out. And I get that. I wouldn't recommend RAD140 or RAD150, you know, if I was coaching to a client that's a female. That's my 2 cents. I feel like the androgenic side effects are there, even though it's, you know, all anabolic on paper. I'm getting weird androgenic side effects with RAD, both 150, 140. So just keep that in mind. If you are a woman and you do decide to play around with it, then just be on the lookout for voice cracking and clit sensitivity issues. If those start to present themselves, 100% flatline, stop it. It honestly could be too late if the voice is cracking too much. I don't know. I would not personally risk RAD150 or RAD140 to a female. I would much rather see them utilize ostrine, S4, or legitimate anavar. But, you know, girls are going to be girls and they're going to do whatever their coaches say, even though most of these fucking coaches don't know shit. And then they'll message me after when they're all fucked up anyways. But I'll just throw that out on the internet. So, yeah, overall, please subscribe. I'm going to continue this vlog series at least till the end of this week. And I'm going to just jack the dosage up really high and then show the look off. And then Dante's going to put the before and after of like a week and a half of RAD150. And basically what I'm going to expect is a total body recomposition. And yeah, that's pretty much what RAD is used for, right? Recompositioning. You can increase or maintain your calories and you will just lean out. Your muscles will get denser, harder, not really full, but denser, harder, and then obviously going to be strength through the roof. But that's just my general overall thoughts. Please comment your thoughts down below with RAD150. And if you are looking for a source for RAD150, message me on Instagram at RussoLifts. I will see you guys in my next video.